Okay, we come down here a lot. This is the orchard, but it'd be pretty interesting just to see what's going on here now. All the different trees changing colors like this. And we were worried about this year. It was a wet spring and then a drought all summer. And we were afraid we were going to lose a lot of these trees. And we'll take a look now. Look at all the crab apples on these trees. These are 3 Dolgo crab apples. You can really see them now. It's a shame I got them caged off so the deer don't get them, because of course that's beautiful food for them to eat, but they would thrash that tree and destroy the tree at the same time. So that's fruit trees all up here: apple, pear, cherry, crab apple. Along the top, we'll get to it, is what are the hazelnuts up there. But these 3 rows here are Allegheny chinkapins, and we were really skeptical if they would grow here or not. But look how nice they are. I thought for sure these suckers were going to die. They kind of haven't changed their leaves yet either. I don't know what color. It's like they're just turning like a yellow. Man, they really hung in here tough. We were so worried about these trees. I think I tilted this cage. We lost, I think, 1. This one here. Maybe it was 2. I want to say it was 2. Yeah, that one just... I don't know what happened. But the rest of them are nice and bushy and... Oh yeah, it was 2. There's one up there on the end that's missing. That one. There's 3 rows here. So yeah, they look good. We lost 2 out of, I think, 30. And then down here, this one I want to show you. There was 2 rows of high bush blueberry and then 2 rows of the huckleberry. But the huckleberry is what we lost. The huckleberry is such a small, fragile bush. I should have never planted it here. Here's one there. I mean, look how thin and fragile that is. This one is almost down to nothing. You can even see it through the cage there. So what we did is we replaced them with blueberries. So eventually this will just be 4 rows of blueberries. So you can see that's a brand new blueberry right there. We just put in its place. Any of the places where the huckleberry died, we replaced it with high bush blueberry. I think we lost almost half of them. But look how pretty they would be if they survived. I mean, this one is probably the best one. It's just, let me take that off. Look how pretty that is. Doug, you're always in the way. You always got to see what's going on. Look how pretty that is. If it could live, it would be nice. So maybe 1 or 2 will survive. We'll leave them alone. There's another good one right here. They're just so small. Like all these died. All these have been replaced. We're replacing this weekend with all these with blueberry. And then you actually come down here to these next 2 rows, which are the blueberries. And they look great. They're so pretty. Like the huckleberry is like a red, and this is like maroon. It's about chest high. The stem on them is nice and thick. It's getting woody. There's a couple thin ones. I think we lost, 3. Yeah, so I replaced, 1 there. And I don't know, 1 down there. There's like 3, right here. So we lost 3 out of 30 of these, but we replaced them. And they're looking really good. I think next year, look at this. Look at the trunk on that. I guess it would be the stem or the trunk. It's got to be a 1/2 inch already. Just pretty color on them. I think in the spring I'm going to fertilize these. Remulch everything and fertilize. They're big enough now. I'm kind of worried back in this back corner back here in the spring, once they get berries, by the time the summer comes and the berries are ready, if a bear finds these, I think a bear is going to snap off every stinking bush. So I'm kind of worried about that. I may have to, I didn't want to do it, but I may have to put an electric fence around these bushes down the bottom here until they get big enough to be able to withstand a bear. This side here, we're on like a hill right here, and it's down. I want to make this a pond. I'm going to dig this all out, and it should be about a half an acre of pond. And what it is, it's just where two ditches come off the field, they crisscross and connect right here. And it almost looks like it was a pond years ago. I have no idea. But it's a bunch of nothing. I mean, it's kind of nice for the deer because you're kind of secluded once you come back here in this part of the field. But for that whole survival, homesteading, prepping kind of thing, I'd rather have a pond. You can see water in this ditch here. So this is the main ditch that runs up the whole field. It collects all the water off of that hillside into this ditch and comes down. And then all the water coming off of this field flows down by that deer tower and the house. And there's a high spot up there. It can either come this way towards us or go away towards the little stream up there. A lot of it comes down here. And I think where the heck? Oh, by this T-post, the pipe is there, and the pipe goes into here. So one pipe comes in on this side, this pipe comes in right here, and down in that stuff in the middle, they connect down in there. So I think a bulldozer and excavator could scrape all this out, and I'm pretty sure it'll hold water because this ditch holds water. This is the first culvert pipe. All this water comes off of this field, comes in here, and it just kind of flows to there. A deer or something's in there. It's either the dog or a deer was just laying in there. Yeah, something to work on later. Yeah, it might have been a deer in there. Yeah, this big triangle right there should be a pond. And then this whole pasture here would have access to water. And then this field here, I could put a little walkway across to the pond that way.